Good morning, good morning, good morning. Hey, Farmer Fred. Sorry I'm a little late, y'all, or the normal. First off, I slept in. I was tired. Stayed up real late with G2K and them over there. But also on top of that, I just couldn't go to sleep. I went and visited and panel hopped last night. Went over there, saw Mr. Stand Up Guys show. Went over, I was at Watchers. I went over there to Big Lemon's house, my beef sector people. So I was being a panel hoe last night. I admit it. I admit it. I couldn't sleep. And then on top of that, this morning, hubby had to go help our mother-in-law. My mother-in-law's down, and so he just called me to let me know what was up and that he's okay, everything's okay, and what's going on. Because they're getting their dream house built, and it's beautiful, and it's gorgeous. Happy Halloween! Hey, Farmer Fred. Hey, Ty. How you doing, Ty? And so we were I was talking to him about it, and they're basically doing last minute things like countertop, stove, appliances, things like that. The pretty stuff at the end when construction's coming towards the end of everything. They've already got obviously the house is built. All the doors, all the locks are on, all the windows, everything. The painting's, they're still doing a little bit of the painting and the trim work. Um, so there's a few things still happening, when it comes to construction. Roofs completely done, everything, all that. So it looks real nice. They're just still doing some stuff. But she was coming down, and she's down here right now, and so we were over there checking on her and whatnot. Um, and I stayed up a little late last night, y'all. Maybe I shouldn't have stayed up so late, but I had fun over there. We was just talking and bull crapping. I hope y'all have a happy Halloween today. I hope that all y'all with grandkids and kids, they get to eat all the Halloween candies and have a fun old time. Watch some scary movies tonight. I may actually see if my son wants to do that tonight, and might you know watch some scary movies together and do our normal or whatnot. So I have to talk to the hubby when he gets home from helping out mom. Um, but you know, we usually do that every Halloween, and I don't want to break tradition. We usually watch scary movies together. Hey, Miss Catherine, good morning. So my son hasn't been trick or treating in a lot of years because once you get a certain age, you kind of don't do that anymore. So what we would do after he got a certain age is the same thing my mom did with us. If we wanted to dress up for Halloween, she would let us, and then we would eat like candy. We'd have fun, and we'd watch scary movies all night. And we just made it a thing. Here's my question for y'all. Since today is Freaky and Spooky Friday, scary. Ooh. Speaking of which, I got to find a new thing for Friday because I did make that last year for Halloween. When I came out and rolled out with my Monday through Friday things, I named it Freaky Spooky Friday, right? Because of Halloween last year. Need to come up with a new thing on Friday. I don't know what I'm going to call it. Fun Day Friday or something like that. I don't know. But um, anybody got any good spooky tales or anything? If you do, let me know. I'll drop the link, no problem. If you want to tell it yourself or in the chat, you may do so either way. I know that me, myself, and I tonight, I am going to be chilling. Or if anybody knows anybody doing anything they want to promote, you may also do that. I let people do promotion over here because I had many people help me along the way for my YouTube. So why not I help many others or try to help as many people as I can, you know? And I know a lot of people during my show are busy. I know y'all work. I know some of y'all are out and about in the world. I want to thank you to my bushwatchers who, trying to like, oh, let me peek in. Thank you to all the people in chat and chilling with me. I want to make sure y'all know y'all appreciate it. I don't know if y'all know this, but it's really cool that StreamYard actually, like, we got different things we could choose from here. They uploaded a Halloween pack for their backgrounds and stuff. It's kind of cute. Um, they got they uploaded like shoot one, two, three, four, three, six, nine different Halloween backgrounds. This is Halloween. This is Halloween. So they have like different ones. Let me make myself smaller so y'all can see this one, because this one's kind of cute. This one says Happy Halloween. Let me take off the other thing so y'all can see all these backgrounds. It's kind of cute what they did. These are all the little backgrounds they have for Halloween for whatnot if you pay for it, I suppose. I don't know if everybody got it. Could be possible everybody got it. But it's a little Halloween pack that they did. I like that one with the other thing that I just put up. But I think it's cute. It's cute. All right, let me go ahead and put it back together the way I had it. All right. And then I'm going to bring myself back. All right, there we go. What up, what up, what up, church lady? It's good to see you. Hey, Jasper Rocks. Good morning. Hey, Pain Like Bane. Yeah, it's pretty cool that they put out a little different. I put up my Halloween picture today. I hope it's showing. Yeah, it is. Because sometimes I don't know why it wants to act stupid and not show my picture. I'll be up on panel for a long time and don't even know. And then here's the crazy part. I'll be on different platforms, and I'm loud in some platforms and not loud on others, which is weird. Weird, 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 weird. Happy Halloweens. Happy Hallows Eve. All Hallows Eve. Do y'all know All Hallows Eve? Do y'all know what Hallows Eve is? It's the eve of the Western Christian feast of All Hallows Day, and is the beginning observance of All Hallow Tide, the time in the Christian liturgical year dedicated to remembering the dead, including saint, hallows, martyrs, and all faithful departed. In popular culture, Halloween has become a celebration of horror and associated with macabre and supernatural. One theory holds that many Halloween traditions were influenced by Celtic harvest festivals, particularly the Gaelic festival Shaman or Samhain, which are believed to have pagan roots. Samhain was celebrated on October 31st and November 1st, the same dates as All Hallows Eve and All Hallows Day. Other academics say Halloween began independently as a Christian holiday, beginning the vigil of All Hallows Day, celebrated in Ireland and Scotland for centuries, and Irish and Scottish immigrants brought many Halloween customs to North America in the 19th century. And then, through American influence, various Halloween customs spread to other countries by the late 20th and early 21st century. Popular activities during Halloween include trick or treating, or the related guising and souling, attending Halloween costume parties, carving pumpkins or turnips into jack o' lanterns, lighting bonfires, apple bobbing, divination games, playing pranks, visiting haunted attractions, telling frightening stories, and watching horror or Halloween themed films. Some Christians practice the observance of All Hallows Eve, including attending church services and lighting candles on the graves of the dead. Although it is a secular celebration for others, historically some Christians abstain from meat on All Hallows Eve, a tradition reflect in the eating of certain vegetarian foods on this day, including apples, potato pancakes, and soul cakes. The etymology: the word Halloween or Halloween comes from the Lowland Scots for All Hallows Eve, the evening before All Hallows Day. Even is the Scots term for eve or evening, and it is contracted to een or een, so All Hallows Even became Halloween, a term equivalent to All Hallows Eve as attested in Old English. Thus, the name has an origin in Christianity and means Saints' Evening. So, a lot of people will try to say, let's say that you are a Christian. A lot of people will try to say Halloween's the devil's. Like, no, it's not. It started from All Hallows Eve. Know your history. Learn. Mm-hmm. What up, baby shark? Do 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 do, baby shark. Do 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 do, baby shark. Okay, Had to do that. That's Baby Shark, y'all. But a lot of people don't know the history, the real truth behind where Halloween comes from. You know what I'm saying? Um, and so they'll think that it's one thing and try to say it's another. But technically, Halloween, Los Muertos, Day of the Dead, is to celebrate those who have passed. And in Christian belief, it's to celebrate the saints. Which I'm going to tell y'all all something y'all may or may not like. But if you look at Christianity and you look at paganism, there's a lot in common between the two. You may not like to hear that, but it's the truth. Knowledge is power. You got a Halloween song stuck in your head? Well, shoot. What you should do is then record it, write it down. Don't let it. When you get song ideas, Baby Shark, maybe get you a little, like a little thing to where you can write down like your lyrics, like even if you're on the go, so you won't forget them. You know what I'm saying? Like get you a little notebook to carry around. I've heard many song artists say they've written song lyrics on the back of napkins, on the back of receipts. Like I'll tell you this, Eminem, the rapper Eminem, huge about doing that. He has so like they say he's got notebooks, right? That he's written a lot of songs that he's never released, and he's never like put them in the studio. But he'll just sit there, and a lot of his songs he actually comes up with them a lot of times while he's sitting there eating supper or something. I hope you have a good appointment and huggies, Mr. JB. It's been a minute, ain't it, cuz? Cousin, I hope you have a good Halloween. Y'all be careful out there while y'all in this world because y'all know people crazy as shit. Some folks ain't got no sense. You know what I mean? Some people ain't got no sense. But I hope you have a good appointment and we do got to get together soon and do some content together. I miss doing some content with you. I think that's the best way to do it. Put pen to paper and just, when stuff comes. Hey, you know something else you could do, Baby Shark? Like if you get a beat stuck in your head or a certain sound, um, get one of those little mini tape recorders and keep it on you at all times. That way you can, or you can use your phone. Your phone actually has an app has a recorder on it. Most phones do a voice recorder, and you could totally do like little voice notes and get you a extra memory in your phone. I don't know if you have iPhone or Android. Android, you can buy little sticks, iPhone, you can't. You have to use the cloud or whatnot. But that'd be another way to do it too. Yeah, I started going live a little bit later during the day because in the mornings I found out that I was when I was setting myself up at 8, I was setting myself up too early because I didn't have enough time to do the things that I needed to do for in the morning. So, sometimes I make the coffee, sometimes somebody else makes the coffee. This morning I was, because my husband kind of has me really spoiled. I mean, spoiled, that he gets my coffee every morning, that I had to go make my own coffee. I was like, I forgot he's not here. He can't make my coffee. He has me spoiled, and I love him. Don't tell him I said that he's not here right now, so he won't hear it. But we're going to look up not just All Hallows Eve. We're going to look up, I don't know if y'all have ever heard the thing about the Skinwalker Ranch, but it is a real thing. And I don't know if a lot of you may or may not know what a skinwalker is. To explain what a skinwalker is, it is from Native American lore. Okay. A skinwalker, actually, I'll tell you exactly, is a Navajo. And we're gonna look at some stuff. And if in case I have to how or but I figured we'd listen to some spooky stuff, and possibly watch some spooky things this morning for Halloween. All right, so I'm going to pause this right quick. I'm also going to share out like wherever I get the information from so that y'all can, you know, I'm gonna put it in my chat and whatnot so y'all can go over there and see, y'all could subscribe to these channels or whatnot. But I am going to play this video because I think it is imperative to what we're talking about today. This is about skinwalkers, y'all. And we're going to listen to some spooky, spooky things. This is Skinwalker Lore Explored. And the author of this video is The Last Beacon. I'm going to subscribe myself, as y'all see right here. And I'm also going to make sure to share their channel out right quick so that y'all, because this channel does a lot of, things. And what I like to do if I use, within fair use any information from anybody else, I like to give credit where credit is due and make sure that the original poster gets their credit. Some people don't do that. I like to do that. But we're going to be talking about skinwalkers this morning. So I just wanted to make sure that, everybody can hear everything. Okay, why is that? Okay, I don't know why that's happening. All right, let's go ahead, y'all.
The year is 1994, Utah. Terry and Gwen Sherman purchased a ranch in the countryside. At first, things seem relatively normal, but the longer they stay, the more odd things they notice. At first, the disturbances are small. Strange sounds in the middle of the night. Odd trees that look like their branches had been cut off. A strange persisting chemical smell around a batch of bushes. On their own, seemingly just harmless coincidences, but they would soon culminate into something much bigger. At night, the family begins seeing glowing lights in the sky, and later, even just straight up identifies UFOs hovering over their cattle. They wake up at midnight to hear voices speak in languages they don't understand. 7 of their cows die or go missing with odd details present, such as missing very specific body parts. It's safe to say the family is terrified. And yet, their most harrowing encounter is still to come. One evening, about 18 months after they had moved in, Terry is walking their dogs around the property when he comes across a wolf. But this isn't a regular wolf. It is huge, deformed with orange blazing eyes. Terry fires at him, and even though the bullets seemingly have no physical effect, they at least scare the creature off. Unsurprisingly, the Sherman family sold the ranch soon after. Following this incident, the place was purchased by paranormal investigators with the goal of understanding what the family was experiencing. Over the next few years, they have amassed over 100 incidents, including sightings of humanoid figures in trees, reports of weird skin diseases, and unexplained headaches. This was the history of the Skinwalker Ranch, a place named after the Native American legend, which also happens to be the topic of today's video. I'll tell you everything we know about these entities, including appearance, creation, and powers, so you know what to look out for next time you're taking a hike in the woods. So without any further ado, cuddle up to your pets, prepare your magic wands, and let's go. Now, to get us started, just as with the Wendigo lore, I have to mention that due to the nature of this legend, different interpretations and retellings give us skinwalkers with varied appearances, processes through which they are created, as well as abilities. So for many of these, I will simply be mentioning all of the most common interpretations. On the surface level, they come from centuries-old Navajo legends, where they are depicted as shape-shifting entities, or sometimes a harmful witch. The original word for skinwalker, which I won't even try to pronounce, has been translated as meaning, by means of it, it goes on all fours, and it is often perceived as a bad omen to even mention it out loud, which is why the natives don't like discussing the topic with outsiders. This has of course led to most of the legend being shrouded in mystery, but there are at least a few things which we have come to learn. Originally, skinwalkers were thought to be medicine men who would use their concoctions for evil or malevolent rituals and practices. However, technically, any man, woman, or child could become one if they simply commit something significantly evil. As skinwalkers, they would become deformed and feral, all leading to them developing their signature ability to turn into or possess either a wild animal or sometimes even a person. This creature would then be much larger than its natural counterpart, often possessing huge fangs and claws, together with unmistakably orange/red blazing eyes. These entities would live out in the wilderness, in deep forests or caverns, waiting for potential prey. It is unknown how much intelligence they keep after transforming, or whether they simply become completely wild like the animals they're embodying, but what is known is that killing them is almost impossible, unless one happens to have a bullet or a knife dipped in white ash. Now sadly, this is where the story pretty much trails off. Because the natives are so reluctant to talk about the topic, we don't know many specifics, tales of encounters, or other characteristics of the skinwalkers. To be completely fair, as time and technology have progressed, less and less people seem to believe in the legend, and currently, even the children who would most often be passing these stories along seem to just substitute other, more commonly referenced monsters into their tales. But hey, I suppose at the end of the day, if you're ever planning to take a hike in the American Southwest, and you happen to have some white ash in your cupboard, well, maybe just take it with you, because you never know what you might run into. But that brings us to the end of the video, so I hope you guys enjoy.
Yeah, I thought that had maybe more to it, but I did share out this person's channel or whatnot. It's The Last Bacon is the name of it. They seem to have pretty good little short awesome videos about I'll show you their channel so that y'all, promotion. This is their channel right here. They have Subnautica on there, so if you like video games, they have, different kind of content below Zero, Portal, The Forest, SCP, it looks like. They have Cooper Cabra lore, IKEA, where people disappear, SCP-3008, Don't Trust the Cuddlelush, I think. Some nautical creepy pastas. They have a lot of little different creepy pastas, different things. Life is Strange, Alien Isolation, just different videos or whatnot. They're a game developer and they do dark humor enthusiast. On this channel, I try to teach you a bit more about the world of video games, both in terms of their lore and their construction. Ready to go on an adventure? Grab a slice of bacon. Let's go. So that is their channel. I just wanted to give promotion because I used part of that video. But here we go. I'm going to show you and read from the Wikipedia and tell you that you can actually go on a tour. What up, World Unknown? Hey, Miss Jean. We're Speaky Freaky Friday. Skinwalkers, right? So I'm the skinwalker, or in Navajo culture, a skinwalker, and they say Yi Nadelush, is a type of harmful witch who has the ability to turn in, possess, or disguise himself as an animal. The term is never used for healers. The Ya Nadelush translates to means by means of it, it goes on all fours. And one of several type of skinwalkers with Navajo beliefs, these witches are seen as the antithesis of Navajo values, performing malevolent ceremonies and using manipulative magic, in stark contrast to the beneficial works of medicine people. The legend of skinwalkers is deeply embedded in Navajo tradition and rarely discussed with outsiders. The reluctancy is partly due to cultural taboos and the lack of contextual understanding by non Navajos. Stories often depict skinwalkers using their powers for evil, and they are considered a source of fear and mystery within Navajo communities. Traditional accounts describe them as powerful sorcerers who, after engaging in various nefarious acts, gain the ability to transform into animals at will. The background. In the Navajo language, Ya, or it's Yi, Nadolush, translates to by means of it, it goes on all fours. While perhaps the most common variety seen in horror fiction by non Navajo people, the the Yi, why do I keep saying Ya? It's EE. Yi Nadalush, I hope I'm saying that correct. Any of my Navajo speakers, I don't think I have any in here, but if you do, please correct me. Is one of these several varieties of skinwalkers in Navajo culture. Specifically, they are a type of anti Inhin. I think I'm not sure if I'm even saying that correctly, to tell you the truth. Navajo witches include skinwalkers, representative of the antithesis of Navajo culture values, while community healers and culture works are known as medicine men and women, or by other positive terms in the community's indigenous language. Witches are seen as evil, performing harmful ceremonies and manipulative magic in a perversion of the good works medicine people traditionally perform. In order to practice their good works, traditional healers may learn about both good and evil magic in order to protect against evil, but people who choose to become witches are seen as corrupt. As of 1986, the legend of the skinwalkers is not well understood outside of Navajo culture, both due to reluctance to discuss the subject with outsiders, as well as what Cherokee Nation academic Adrian Keene says is the lack of necessary cultural context. The stories are embedded within. Traditional Navajo people are reluctant to reveal skinwalker lore to non Navajos or to discuss it at all amongst those they do not trust. Keene, founder of the website Native Appropriations, has written in response to non-Navajos incorporating the legend into their writing, and specifically the impact when J.K. Rowling did so. That when it is done, we as Native people are now opened up to a barrage of questions about these beliefs and traditions, but these are not things that need or should be discussed by outsiders at all. I'm sorry if that seems unfair, but that's how our culture survives. Legend. Animals associated with witchcraft usually include tricksters such as coyotes. However, it may include other creatures, usually those associated with death or bad omens. They might also possess living animals or people and walk around in their bodies. Skinwalkers may be male or female. Skinwalker stories told among Navajo children may be complete life and death struggles that end in either Skinwalker or Navajo killing the other, or partial encounter stories that end in a stalemate. Encounter stories may be composed of Navajo victory stories, with the skinwalkers approaching a hogan and being scared away. Non-native interpreters of skinwalker stories typically take the form of partial encounter stories on the road, where the protagonist is temporarily vulnerable but then escapes from the skinwalker in a way not traditional seen in Navajo stories. Sometimes Navajo children take European folk stories and substitute skinwalkers for genetic killers like the Hook. See, I'm reaching one, teaching one while we being spooky. While we being spooky. Now, something y'all may not know, there's actually a place called Skinwalker Ranch that you can actually visit. Did you know that? And some people have said to have flown drones and stuff over it and saw some freaky ass shit. So we're actually going to share this app. This is actually, somebody did buy the Skinwalker Ranch. That was true from the other story. And it was a paranormal people. And you can actually go there and whatnot. They have 24-hour live streams, command center access, insider exclusives, Skinwalker Ranch, Utah, based in Utah. This is the official website for Skinwalker Ranch, and the core team is seen on the History Channel's new hit series, The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. Documentation of current research, past research, and future experiments can be found here, as well as current photos, videos, and happenings on the ranch. Recognized as the most scientifically studied paranormal hotspot on the planet, Skinwalker Ranch is a 512-acre secure site that has been monitored for decades with armed security and surveillance 24/7, 365. This remote location was involved with a Pentagon-funded black budget project studying UFO activities, cattle mutations, and strange phenomena, and is known as a living laboratory for studying other intelligences and possible interdimensional phenomena. So it has been put on the History Channel, as we all know. A lot of people have watched the show and whatnot. I want to see if you can actually do that. Like, I want to see if it's going to cost you anything. Oh, you have to actually buy a membership to watch that. It's $8 or $12 a month. Why would you pay for the 12 when you can get that same thing over here for 8? Oh, because that's the annual, so you actually save more. Okay, I got it. Well, that's you can't watch anything from that, but let's look at the history. In 1776, the Domingos and Escalante expedition travels through Mighton along Skinwalker Ridge. In 1789, treaty broken between the Utes, and I know I'm not saying that right, and Navajo. Northern Ute Reservation established by presidential decree. The Utes joined U.S. troops in campaign against Navajo Skinwalker Curse. Several bands of Ute tribes are located by the U.S. government onto the reservation surrounding Skinwalker Ranch. In 1886, Buffalo soldiers are stationed at Fort Duncan, one of whom is known as Mason and may have connections to the Masonic symbols seen etched into a rock wall. In 1886, the U.S. military finalizes construction of a fort in Fort Duncan. 1906, newspapers report strange noise from homesteaders in the Uintah Basin. Purchase and assemblage by Myers family in 1886. Pat Stringen reports both UFO and Skinwalker activity between 1940 and 1960. The Arnold family, owners of Hilltop, witnessed UFO craft in 1979. In 1992, Sherman family acquires ranch from Garth Myers. 1996, Robert Bigelow acquires property. In 1996 to 2002, the National Institute for Discovery Science program operating on property. From 1996 to 2013, NIDS and BASS program activates. In 2015, Bigelow activity concluded. In 2016, adamantium real estate by Skinwalker Ranch from Robert Bigelow. In 2019, History Channel and Prometheus Entertainment began filming The Secret of Skinwalker Ranch. In 2019, Candace Lind and Tom Lewis become caretakers of Skinwalker Ranch. In 2020, premiere of The Secrets of Skinwalker Ranch airs on the History Channel. So that is the history of the property and what is going on. This is the Skinwalker Ranch is property located approximately 512 acres southeast of Ballard, Utah, and is reputed to be the site of paranormal and UFO related activities. Learn more about the ranch and investigation by checking out our team and facts page. So there's Skinwalker Ranch. There's E3000 Street S, the road or whatnot. Skinwalker Ranch Mesa Drill Site, the Ranch Triangle, the Point of Interest, Homestead 2. Take a look back in the time on the ranch. Over the years, we found and received and curated historical images that represent the life was like on the ranch well before any scientific investigation began. We'll be adding to this section as more pictures are discovered and scanned, so check back often. These are some actual pictures taken on these homesteads, obviously, many moons ago. Families that lived there, stuff like that. I have heard of people trying to fly drones over it and they got shot down, but and seen some weird shit. Good morning, Mr. Rubin. Good morning, Classy Colt. How you doing this morning? Let me go over here. I forgot to do something.
Blah.
I had to do that, Mr. Rubin, because you walked in the room. But yeah, we were just talking about skinwalkers and spooky things, and here's my thing. If you live near any place that had a Native American roots, like I live close to what they call the Natchez Trace. The Natchez Trace is formerly known as the Trail of Tears. Okay. It was previously known. Thank you, Mr. Jim Cotting, for that. And Miss Angela got it. Thank you, Mr. Jim Cotting, the best Jim, the only Jim that ever was and ever will be. Thank you so very, 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 very much. I hope that you're having the best day ever and everything else. And let's see. I'm going to change I forgot to change something this morning, my style. I want to change my color right quick. Well, is it going to do it? Something a little more Halloween, But so basically, I was talking about all the things that are spooky and Halloweenish. Are y'all going to do anything for your Halloween? Anybody taking any of their kids trick-or-treating? I know that tonight we have Lady Nika's Halloween competition that she does every year. We have somebody else had a spooky thing tonight. Who was it? I'm trying to remember right now. Y'all know. Lady Nika has her fourth annual Halloween competition tonight, and it starts at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Great Mountain Time, and 4 p.m. for my Pacific Standard Time people. Okay, so that starts tonight. We have the fourth annual Halloween competition. I'm also trying to remember. I know there were some more things from other people about Halloween tonight, and I'm trying to remember them all. We also have Fumble Friday tonight. That's coming up at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 7 p.m. Great Mountain, and 6 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. And we have a Halloween special by Stand Up Guy, Mr. Saccio, at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 6 p.m. Great Mountain Time, and 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. I'm trying to sit there and make sure and see who all has a Halloween thing tonight. Because I'm pretty sure there's going to be a lot of people doing different Halloween stuff tonight. Celebrating together and all these different things. Also tonight, Jay Dunn for Dunn Data. She has the inside of the haunted studio. She's going to tell spooky stories tonight. And it's going to be at 5 p.m. Central Standard Time, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 4 p.m. Great Mountain, and 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So, yes, we're gonna go up there to Jay Dizzle. I was already on that. That's who I was. That's what I was trying to remember, Miss Jean. Thank you, though. I wasn't even looking at the chat. I was just scrolling, and I remember because I'm gonna say this. I put a story in for the spooky stories, and I can't wait to hear everybody's spooky stories. I'm gonna share that one out. That's gonna be fun. So we got the spooky stories before, and then we got Lady Nika for the beef sector. And then for the fuck around and find out sector, we got Mr. Fumble tonight. For the mob tube, we got Mr. Michael Saccio, as far as I know right now. Anybody else that has something going on, let me know. I'm going to try to be at all places at one. I'm sitting here seeing that I'm sitting here looking to see if we have anything else, because it'll show up some of them. If they already have it preset, it'll show up for me, on my main page or whatnot. So I was just checking. So yeah, it's going to be a fun, spooky, scary night all the way around on YouTube. So, if you ain't got nothing else to do, have some fun on YouTube. Me, myself, and I'm going to, see what my son's doing. Now, he's probably doing stuff with his friends because he's at that age where he's almost 18. He's at that age where he doesn't really want to spend as much time with mom anymore. He wants to go spend it with his friends. Like, damn it. Like, my baby's grown and shit. You know what I mean? Y'all doing anything besides like the YouTube stuff? Is anybody doing anything for special for Halloween with your family or the kids in your family or anything like that? Me, myself, and I'm just gonna be chilling, seeing what's going on YouTube. Probably watching, playing some video game or something. Might play me a zombie game today, just to be in the Halloween spirit. In the spirit. And world on, I hope you have a good day today. I don't know if you off from school, but to everybody have a good day. You ain't supposed to be on your phone. Oh, I know what you're talking about, Classic Coat. We done had ours. They actually had ours this weekend, and they call it a trunk or treat. And what we do, because our properties are so spread out here too, Classic Coat, is we have what they call a trunk or treat, and they'll usually do it the weekend before Halloween. Um, I don't have trick or treat candy, Miss Jean, because I live so far back in the deep woods. Nobody comes out here to go trick or treat. So the way that we usually do it is people go up to the trunk or treats, and what you do is you set up your car, right? Then you make up the little, either you have pumpkins with candy in it, where you can just put it in the kids' baskets when they come around, or their little, you know, things that they get, or you can make up little bags and do it. And the kids come over and grab the little bags. They did that during, they started that technically during COVID, but it just kept on being a tradition. And now it's a lot easier for the kids to go trick or treating, where they usually have vendors. Every little town does it now. They have like, they try to stack it to where like this one's this weekend and that one's that weekend. So our town had our trunk or treat last weekend. They had it last weekend or whatnot. And all the kids, like we had vendors. It was called the Fall Festival technically, but they did the trunk or treat during the Fall Festival. They had the kids bobbing for apples and candy apples, and they had, little street vendors and food trucks and little painting little things and all that stuff, So we kind of already had that, Miss Jean. No, I don't. I live too far in the deep woods. I don't live in the city, so nobody comes out here to go trick or treating because we're too far. We're too far out in the deep woods. Most kids go into the city and go to the little neighborhoods in the city, because like the parents would have to drive around and literally pull up to houses that are way off the road. Yeah. Happy Halloween, Miss Betty. Also, I love that scary picture. That's cute. Y'all do the trunk or treat too, Classy Colt? Yeah. We don't do trick or treating out here because we live too far out in the deep woods. Man, when I was a kid, I went to this one trick or treating, like I went trick or treating and whatnot, and they had this dude dressed up as like Jason and Freddy, and they would come around the side of the house and scare the shit out of you. Like my mom was gonna try to keep hold of my hand. My sister done threw her candy down, took off running. I was ready to go too, and she was gonna try to hold me down. I'm like, bitch, you ain't hold me down. I jerked away and I took off running, child. It is peaceful, Machine. The one good thing about living off in the deep woods is I don't have to worry about nobody breaking in my house. I don't have to worry about strangers coming down my road. If you come down here, you're coming to see somebody, right? So we know just about every car that comes down this drive. So if you come down this road and you mean no harm, you might get shot by every neighbor I got. I'm just saying, we don't take kindly to strangers fucking around and find out. You know what I'm saying? So everybody knows everybody down here, and that's a good thing. Like I don't have to worry. I could leave my door unlocked and go to sleep. Like I don't have to worry about nobody doing all that. That's the good thing about living down here and living in the deep woods is I don't have to worry about nobody breaking into my house. I ain't got to worry about nobody, doing nothing. It's just chill as fuck. Now, when I lived in the city, you had to worry about all that. I do note that, there's going to be a lot of Halloween celebration. If anybody knows of another celebration going out or anybody going live that I did not mention earlier, please let us know so that, because, sometimes YouTube don't give notifications. YouTube can be a bee about that. Um, but I figured I did find this cute little playlist of spooky, scary stories. I may end up this live may end up going down. Just to let y'all know. If it does, just know that I love y'all, because I don't know how well that's gonna, whether or not this video will even get to stay up. Uh, but we're gonna try. Oh man, they used to knock down. Oh, I'm gonna tell you something. We were talking about this machine over at somebody else's house. They used to knock down garbage cans. I'm glad they don't hit the mailboxes anymore. Now that I'm older, I realize how expensive mailboxes. I never took part in knocking over mailboxes. I never took part in that. But I remember when people used to do that. They used to come through and bust up people's mailboxes or throw eggs and stuff. And I didn't realize that egg in a car could be super terrible until I got older. Thank God I never did it. But um, the I didn't know that egg could take off paint from a house or from a car. Thank God I never egged anything. Now, rolling, yes, we used to roll toilet paper and roll houses. With toilet paper, you'd go buy a pack of toilet paper at the, the local grocery store or whatever, or you'd go get some from your house, and you'd go down to everybody would bring their own roll or 2 or 3 rolls or 4-pack toilet paper or whatever, and you just go roll somebody's house. Now, we used to do that. Oh no, they didn't say you was a pumpkin child. Yeah, I'm now that I'm older and I know what eggs can actually do to paint jobs, I'm glad that I never did that. But yeah, they used to egg houses, egg cars. And here's the thing, if the egg is left on too long, let's say you do it that night and it's left on by that morning, it could take off the paint. And I'm glad that I never involved myself with that. But oh my God, now that I know as a grown up, you know what I'm saying? We thought it was harmless kid things, that it wouldn't hurt nothing. As little kids, you don't think about stuff like that. And I'm glad I never involved myself now that I know what eggs can actually do. Oh, do y'all remember when people used to do you put the dog poop in the bag, set it on fire and do the door? I never did that because first off, I'm not touching dog poop like that. I ain't got time to put it in a bag. I ain't lighting it on fire. I ain't doing all that shit because I don't like to mess around with poo, so that's not me. But I remember Ding Dong Ditch. You go around ringing people's doorbells and shit and go, hee, like a little stupid ass kid. Um, Also, many, many, many years ago, there was some kids who rolled an old man's house with toilet paper on Halloween around that time. And they took off running from him because he came out with a shotgun. He come out to shoot him, and he chased them. And the kids ran in a car. They had their license and whatnot. They were 16, 17-year-olds. Um, and they tried to jump and outrun a train to get over the train track to not get caught by this man. And they didn't make it. I remember it was the Childers boy, and there was two others. This happened in Nelliton in like 1994, 96, something like that. So rest in peace to those boys because I still remember that story. My sister was in junior high at the time with them. She went to school with them. I myself was a little kid. So I don't. I remember. I remember the one boy because my sister was good friends with him, and yeah, they passed away because they were running. Yeah, they got hit by the train because they tried to beat the train over the train tracks, and they should have never tried to do that. But they were running from him, thinking they could beat it, and they didn't want to get stopped by the train and him chasing them with yeah. Good morning, Tainted. Happy Halloween. Yeah, so rest in peace to them because it is coming up for the shit. They've been gone 30 years now. You know what I'm saying? 30 something years that they've been gone. Now that I think about it, it's crazy. I was a little bitty kid and I'm almost 40, so it was over 30 years ago. And if they just had not tried to outrun the train, if they had just stopped or turned around or went the other way, they'd be here today. It's crazy what happened. And I'm not going to, I could give you the details, but it's terrible. They couldn't have an open casket. Let's say it that way. Happy Halloween, Woodchuck Chuck. Oh, yeah, I was telling everybody Tainted about your live that you were supposed to, but I didn't know about the emergency that you had or whatnot. Child, I was over there dropping your link all up in Watchers chat the other day because she was like, "Oh my God, Inky's going live." I thought you were going live. I didn't know about the the emergency that you had or whatnot at the time. So, did you? Is it going to go on tonight? Tainted docket is the most haunted extreme paranormal in Nevada going to happen tonight? Hey, Miss Heidi. Also, I was over there at your house, Miss Heidi, this morning. I just didn't drop down. I hit the like button and all that other good stuff. I just didn't drop down this morning because I was busy getting my coffee and all that other stuff. But I saw you were covering Emmanuel Harrow's case again, and that one dude who killed his like 4 kids. That's just crazy. I don't think they'll ever find Emmanuel's body, and I'll explain to you why. They said that they possibly threw that baby away. And if they did, and a specific way they did it, there's a possibility he's in a landfill. And once something like that finds its way to the landfill, sometimes it's hard to find out what area. Then they've also stated that the baby could have been thrown into the water. So there's multiple different stories when it comes to that, of where baby Emmanuel's body is. And there's some instances that they'll never tell where that body is. They know where it's at, but they'll never tell. They've he has you know, he literally, and in my thing, if he pled guilty and he's trying to get a what do you call that, a deal, I think he should have to tell where the body is in order for the deal to take the death penalty off the thing. I think they should have made him tell where the body is. That's just my personal opinion. But happy Halloween. I hope everybody has a spooky day today. I know I'm going to probably watch me some scary movies. I love scary movies on Halloween. Halloween is awesome for scary movie time. Yeah, he didn't ask for a deal. He pled guilty. But if he was going to get a deal, I would have that on the table. I think that's why he didn't take no deal. He just pled guilty because he knew if he took the deal, that would probably be part of it. And the fact is, I still can't believe he only got 5 months in jail and was out on probation for what he did to his first child. Like, he should have never been out. He should have never been out. And that either that baby would have never been born, which might have been better for that baby because that baby suffered from the time that he was born and while he was here. You know what I'm saying? Or the baby would have never got hurt. But I think the baby was only 2 years old. So, yeah, the baby would have never been born. But that would have been better than what he went through. It would have been better for baby Emmanuel to not be born, in my opinion, than go through what he went through. They should have kept that motherfucker locked up. He should have never got out on an attempted murder charge and what he did to a 10-week-old baby. She has 3% brain function. She will never, 7 months. Yeah, she was 11 weeks old. 11-week-old baby should have never gotten out. I think that he had been, I'm going to say this, Miss Heidi, I think he had been abusing the baby since before it turned 6 months. I think he had been doing it since the baby was born. He's that kind of damn evil. You know what I'm saying? And they say that's not the only kid that had been abused by him. Now, previous son had fatal alcohol syndrome and stuff because the mom was drinking and on drugs while pregnant. But hey, you gotta chill. Happy Halloween, beautiful. But I think that, in my opinion, yeah, sister was 10 weeks and Emmanuel was 7 months. I think that he did that to all the kids, and I believe that monster needs to rot in prison. Now, that's a real life monster. Where we talk about on Halloween, we talk about fake monsters. We talk about, zombies and werewolves and all these things, vampires, all this stuff. There are real monsters out in this world while we talk about, spooky things. See, at least you going to get your shower on and washing your ass. Some of these people don't be washing their ass. Yeah, throw the holy water. Throw the holy water. They need the holy water. They need the holy water. But you're doing something that some of these other folks doing. You washing your ass. But yeah, so tonight in the beef sector, this is what I've been telling everybody what's going on. We're gonna have Jay Dunn is gonna have her spooky stories before Lady Nika has her 3rd annual Halloween costume contest. So that's going on tonight. We also have from the Fuck Around and Find Out sector, we have Mr. Fumbles going live tonight. From the Mob Tube, Mr. Michael Saccio, stand-up guy, is doing a Halloween special tonight. We have Inky or Tainted Docket is doing at the Extreme Paranormal in 9 hours at 8 p.m. Central Standard Time. So we also have that going on, the Extreme Paranormal Study. Well, Extreme Paranormal, the most haunted motel in Nevada. So we got a lot we're going to be watching tonight and doing. I hope everybody has one of the best nights that they could ever possibly have. Miss Heidi, I don't know what's going on with that Texas girl thing, but I've been trying to keep up. But child, I don't know. I did see the emails. I went to check her page. I checked the other page. I don't know all that stuff. But I have noticed that the Jen lady's just spiraling even more. I'm like, Lord, do Jesus, she needs to stop with her stuff. But we're gonna watch some um, some scary stuff. I'm gonna find us something scary to go over right quick. So I'm gonna try to find us something that we can we can go over, y'all. I don't think that one's real. See, that's the thing that I also hate is AI has kind of fucked it up because you don't know what's real and what's AI anymore. You know what I'm saying? That's what's crazy to me is that you can't tell. I was trying to keep up with some of that stuff, Miss Heidi, and like I didn't watch Saturday because Saturday's Sunday. I was which uh, I watched something in the morning from you on Saturday, but I can't remember what it was. Oh, wrong damn thing. I was trying to share this instead. My bad. Because Saturday's hubby day. I got to go back and watch some of that because I caught bits and pieces. I think I may have watched the first live, but I don't know if I watched the second one. I don't know. Let me go look. I'll tell you what I watched because it'll show up when I go look at it on your channel. It'll show up if what I watched and what I did because the little red bar thingy will be there, and it'll let me know. It'll let me know. So let me go look live. I watched. No, I did not watch Saturday's live. I did not. I watched the quick PSA to Texas Girl. That's when I first heard about it. And I saw the one where you were talking to somebody. I don't know on the live. They were up there with you. I don't remember which live that was though. Might have been this one. It might have been the roasting of Texas Girl and YouTube Messy Streets. So I did. I know. I, I watched it. I just remember the lady with the puppy picture. I'm gonna have to go back and rewatch both of those. Maybe I'll get more insight. Good morning, Racing. Oh, you okay? Beautiful. Happy Halloween. Hey, free side to the best side. We're gonna watch some scary stuff. We're gonna watch some scary stuff, y'all. We're gonna get scared, y'all. We're gonna try to anyway. Woodchuck Chuck, if a woodchuck could chuck wood. Okay, I love your name just because of that. Free side to the best side. Free side, I swear to God, you be everywhere. Free side, you just be everywhere. Unless there's another person with your name, which I very so much doubt it. You just be everywhere, child. I'd be like, free side, just be everywhere. All right, let's watch some scary That is a little freaky spooky on that, man. 22 kids going missing? I don't know, man. Let me see. Town in Alabama. Let's see if that's true. Because you know that would, who had 22 kids go missing on Halloween. Because you know TikTok sometimes be playing. This is how we do it. Well, I mean, there's a lot of stories about it. I will say that Jessie V, which I watch her sometimes, she did a thing on it, and there's a sad. She does a video that says the sad truth about the kids that disappeared on Halloween. Okay, so that one's actually about different kids that have vanished on Halloween. The Halloween story that made every entire neighborhood stop. Um, that's I don't know if that story is even true. The 22 supposed kids that went missing. I don't know. There's a lot of stories about it, but I don't know if it's actually true because I'm trying to find like a news. I'm gonna say this in today's world that would have made the news. That would be all over the place. I don't know if that story is true or if somebody made it up. Because that technically would have made like front page news, been all over the internet, and it's you know what I'm saying. It's I can't seem to find it in a news article, so I don't know if that was just you know the White Rabbit story. I don't know if it's true. Because it's showing up on TikTok and YouTube, um, but is it actually a real thing? You know what I mean? I don't think it is because it would have made hella news. It said supposedly it happened in 2008 also. That would have been all over the news. I'm sorry. I think that's a story, possibly, but still freaky. Supposedly, this is about skinwalkers, y'all. Look at this.
This is the true story of the Skinwalkers. Skinwalkers are warlocks with the ability to shapeshift and become animals or people. They can not only take your appearance but also clone your voice perfectly. The biggest Skinwalker sightings have been in Ohio and Arizona, but they are found all over the world. The preferred form of Skinwalkers is that of your pet. They take the form of your pet and enter your home and try to act like your pet to gain your trust, and then they can take your life. Watch how in this video the boy realizes that his dog is a Skinwalker.
Let me see. I'll know if she's my dog. Merlin, sit. Turn around. Turn around. Lay down. You're not my dog. My dog don't know how to do no fucking trick. The
Yeah, I've seen that one before where the little boy said that it wasn't his dog. Let's see if we can scroll on down here. Let's see what else we can find. Ooh. That look like somebody got some knock-knee issues, don't it? Look like somebody got some knock-knee issues. Like their knees going together. What up, way up, dude? How your titties hanging? Are they hanging to the left, to the right? Or are they sitting upright? You know. Are they right and tight? Happy Halloween. We just going through some, like, you know, just scrolling through some scary stories.
This happens to you at night. Run as fast as you can. This woman was peacefully sleeping when suddenly something knocked on the door. She tries to wake up her husband in vain. He doesn't wake up, and she sees something terrifying. You have 5 seconds to comment your name, like, and share the video with your best friend. Did you see the door opening on its own? Her husband still doesn't wake up, and now the woman is panicking alone in the room. This woman woke up in the middle of the night with a very strange behavior. Fortunately, her camera was able to capture it. Something paranormal entered this young woman's room and started pulling her blanket, and the rest is even more terrifying. If you've stayed until here, comment the word spooky to see who my most loyal subscribers are.
Only thing I hate now though is you can't tell what's AI anymore. Like what AI done got so damn good, child. AI done got crazy. Look at the little doggy. Ain't they so cute? I love the little dog ones. I don't know. What is the dog doing anyway in this one? I gotta see. Okay, whatever. Somebody did something stupid. I thought it was gonna be a cute little. Ooh, this is a scary video. Oh, she a belly dancer. I don't know why it's under spooky stuff, but anyway. Let's see. Let's go down. I don't know why you can't see that video. I don't know if I want to. Maybe something I ought to not to. Oh, this is urban legends that ended up being true.
This is maybe the scariest urban legend I've ever heard, and it ended up being true. Back in the 1970s, there was this terrifying fun house in Long Beach, California called The Laugh in the Dark. And there was always this urban legend that all the mannequins inside were fake, except for one. Also, mind you, this is what this week's episode is about, so if you don't want spoilers, just listen to the episode. This urban legend came to be because there was one mannequin inside that just looked wrong. All of the other ones looked fake, but this one in particular looked way too human. And a bunch of the kids also said the area that the mannequin was in just smelled really, really bad. So a few years go by, and one day a film crew comes in and is using Laugh in the Dark for a film set. The director's lining up a shot, and he just doesn't like the way this one mannequin looks in frame. So he goes over to a crew member and he's like, hey, can you just move this out of the shot? So the crew member goes over and starts moving the mannequin when its arm pops off. And inside of the mannequin's arm is human bone. The kids had been totally right. The mannequin was a mummified body. There's so much more to this story, like who the person was and how they got there, and I talk about the whole thing this week on the episode.
All right, so we actually had a real dead body as a mannequin. Let's see what we got. Scroll on down. Scary facts you didn't know.
Scary facts you didn't know. There are at least 10 recorded cases of someone dying from laughter. At some point in time, a stranger has thought of killing you. Selfies are responsible for more deaths every year than sharks. There's a shack called the Devil's Toy Box in Louisiana, and people who go in there supposedly lose their minds. When a person dies, they have 7 minutes of brain activity left in which they see a dreamlike sequence of their memories. Most serial killers are born in November.
We're gonna only play this one time, okay? Because I don't like it. Ready? Collins, I'm not doing this creepy stuff again.
The kid's like, I love this. That's not creepy. It's just she's a scary person. I'll say that. Animals that don't sound how they look. This might be creepy. This might be creepy. Hold on, let's rewind.
Watching men.
That is some freaky shit, though. Them animals sound weird as hell, y'all. They sound weird as hell. That's some freaky shit. You don't want to see me memories? Huh? I'm confused. Let's scroll down to see what else we can find, y'all. That right there is actually someone who has, when you have rabies, you cannot drink water. Your body will refuse water. And that's actually very sad, because that means that they can't treat it at that point. Once you become to where you can't drink water or can't intake water, it's too far. You're too far gone. That's sad. Let's see what we got here. Okay. Anything for fame for some people, I suppose. Anything for clout. Oh shit, her arm is stuck or something. Oh man, that would be scary. Because that train takes off, she's screwed. Oh, that's that new thing I heard about when people do the thing where they go across the pavement and stuff. And it makes sparks. Ooh, creepy pastas. Here we go.
Let's talk about this picture. Now, the picture was captured by Daniel Hill, who was the custodian at Driftville Elementary. If you look to the back of the photo, you can already kind of spot that something is very off. What the custodian had thought was maybe a student who had stayed after school and was trying to prank him in the dark turned out to be something much worse. Daniel Hill was attacked in that hallway and did not survive the attack, with his body being found the following morning by a student. He was described to be found on the floor with lacerations so severe he no longer had eyes and his nose was missing. So police eventually turned back to the final photo that was taken on his phone to try to enhance it to figure out who would have done this. This was about the clearest version that they could make of that photo, and the man seen here was never found, and his motive towards Daniel was never known.
This Roblox horror game would have you believe it is something it isn't. On the surface, your objective is to explore the environment using a LiDAR scanner, but you are not alone. There is something waiting for you to scan it. With 4 different scanner types, the first being a wide top-to-down scan of what is in front of you. Second, being a 360-degree area scan only highlighting random points. Third, being a strange circular...
Yes. Jump scares and stuff. Let's see what we got here. I'm scrolling. They see me scrolling. Oh, I know. I've heard of this, I think.
Yes, the picture at the end is real. In 1876, a woman from a very prominent family in Paris goes missing. After years go by and no one has a clue what happened to this woman, friends and family ultimately mourn her death and move on. 25 years later, and this anonymous letter shows up on the Attorney General's desk, claiming that the missing woman's family had a secret. Intrigued by the letter, the police go to the family's home, show it to them, and ask to search the property, to which they say, go for it. They search, they don't find anything, but on the way out, they notice something very peculiar. At the end of some stairs was a door that was padlocked shut. When the family refused to open it, the police break it down and make a horrifying discovery. Cowering on a rotten straw mattress in a pitch-black room was the missing woman, now 50 years old and extremely malnourished. Her mother had imprisoned her there after they had fought over her boyfriend, and she had not seen sunlight or another human being in 25 years.
That would be a little freaky. That would be, I mean, shoot, could you imagine? That's real life horror right there. That ain't no like, oh my God, it's fake. All right, hold on. I looked up the person you said, Miss Jean, and we're going to look at some of their scary stories. Called Slapped Ham, and they have a Facebook page, so I'm going to share it out here, but we're going to look at their scary stories. Hold on. Let me make sure I got it rewound. Let me make sure the volume's turned up. And let me rewind to the beginning. Ooh, y'all, look at that. Ooh. Some scary stuff. Look, shadow figures.
How you doing? I'm Callan, and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some mysterious things caught on camera. But as always, before we dive in, remember to hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content. Just like this. A Reddit user by the name of Lousy Mouse has posted a photo that's been causing quite a stir among paranormal enthusiasts. Take a look. The picture shows what appears to be a ghostly figure captured on a child's monitor in their bedroom. According to the mother, the photo was taken while her son was sleeping. In the image, what looks like a transparent person can be seen on the edge of the photo, which is causing a lot of speculation among those who believe in the supernatural. The photo has left many people feeling uneasy, and paranormal investigators are interested in obtaining more images of the room to determine the source of the mysterious figure. They hope to see the same angle of the room captured without the humanoid figure present, as well as high-definition photos of the children's room. While it is difficult to make a conclusive determination about the image, many have speculated that the figure appears to be a woman wearing a nightgown. Some people believe that the woman in the photo could be an angel or a spirit looking after the child as they sleep, while others believe that the shadows from outside the window may have just caused a pareidolia effect. Despite the many different theories, the mother remains genuinely fascinated and a little bit concerned about the image. Several years ago, Reddit user Snoodlepoots had a rather eerie experience in their backyard late at night. The Atlanta, Georgia local was sitting in their home late at night when they suddenly got an alert from their Nest IQ that movement had been detected in the backyard. When they checked the image, they were creeped out by what they were seeing. It's 10:54 at night and the security system, which is designed to recognize faces, asks the unsettling question, "Do you know this person?" The system is highlighting what looks like a misty, transparent face in the backyard. The OP says they're not outright claiming this to be a ghost, but they couldn't help but be spooked by the image. Skeptics suggest that the image could be an example of pareidolia, where the human brain perceives familiar patterns or shapes in random objects. However, this doesn't explain why the Nest IQ detected movement in the yard in the first place. The image has sparked much discussion among paranormal enthusiasts, and people are divided over whether the image is a genuine ghost or just an illusion. As with many ghostly sightings, it's up to each individual to decide for themselves what they believe. So as always, I'll throw this out to you, the viewers. Share your theories on this one in the comments down below. A photo that's been making the rounds on social media for over a decade is once again causing a stir among paranormal enthusiasts. The image, credited to Disbelief Paranormal and Ghosts of London, was originally posted on Facebook back in 2011 and appears to show a ghostly figure in Hanchurch Woods, UK. Upon closer inspection, the photo seems to depict a woman in a long dress and a wide-brimmed hat. The translucent figure has left many wondering about its significance and what it could really mean. Hanchurch Woods, located in Staffordshire, UK, has long been the site of reported paranormal activity, including ghostly sightings. The woods have a dark history with tales of murder, suicide, and witchcraft dating back centuries. One of the most well-known stories is that of the Hanchurch Hound, a ghostly dog said to haunt the woods. According to legend, the hound appears to those who have been unfaithful to their partners, leading them deep into the woods before disappearing into thin air. There have also been reports of ghostly figures and apparitions in the woods, including a woman in white who is said to roam the area near the old railway line. Other sightings have included a man in a top hat, a group of ghostly children, and a woman in a Victorian dress. Despite being posted over a decade ago, the photo of the mysterious woman continues to captivate people's attention, with comments on the original post suggesting that the phenomena is not uncommon. Facebook user Beth Ricks commented on the photo, stating that the figure is undoubtedly female and has an incredible level of detail. Some have also pointed out the presence of orbs in the image and speculate about a possible connection between them and the ghostly lady. Whether the photo depicts a genuine ghost or not is up to the individual interpretation. Nonetheless, it's clear that the image has captured the attention and imagination of many, and its mystery continues to intrigue those interested in the paranormal. A Reddit user by the name of Mooncake has posted a photograph that's caught the attention of the paranormal community. The image, taken on a dark evening, shows a shadowy figure sitting on the edge of a fence line. The photographer claims to have taken the picture while standing outside of their friend's house, but they only noticed the anomaly much later. The image has caused a stir among viewers who have offered various theories on its origin. One commenter speculated that the shadow could be the result of a man who spontaneously combusted. However, others have suggested more mundane explanations, such as the shadow being cast by the nearby parking meter and power pole. On closer inspection of the image, it does appear that the shadows cast by the poles could line up with the head and body of the mysterious figure. Despite the attempts to explain the phenomenon, the photograph raises more questions than answers, and no one's been able to provide a definitive explanation for what exactly is being shown here. So as always, I'll throw this out to you, the viewers. Let me know what you think about this one in the comments down below. In the midst of the Cold War, a secret plan was developed by the United States Air Force to launch a nuclear weapon on the moon. The aim was not just to show off American military might, but to demonstrate their scientific capabilities to the Soviet Union. Known as Project A119, it was a top-secret mission that was only recently declassified. The very idea of such a mission had raised eyebrows and questions about its feasibility and potential consequences. So what was Project A119, and why did the US want to nuke the moon? Project A119 was a top-secret program initiated by the United States Air Force in the late 1950s to study the potential consequences of a nuclear explosion on the surface of the moon. The project aimed to determine if a nuclear blast on the moon could have military significance, such as demonstrating US technological superiority over the Soviet Union during the Cold War. It was also considered a potential method for creating a strategically useful crater on the moon's surface. The project was proposed by a young astronomer named Leonard Rifle, who was working at the Illinois Institute of Technology at the time. He approached the US Air Force with the idea of detonating a nuclear device on the moon as a way of showcasing America's nuclear capabilities. The project was given the green light, and a team of scientists and engineers was assembled to develop the technical specifications for the mission. They proposed using a small, low-yield nuclear device that would be delivered to the moon by a modified Thor missile. However, as plans for the project progressed, concerns began to emerge about the potential environmental impact of a nuclear explosion on the moon. The scientific community also spoke out against the project, arguing that it could set a dangerous precedent for the use of nuclear weapons in space. In the end, the project was cancelled in 1959 before any actual testing was carried out. The official reason given was that the program was too expensive and had no clear scientific or military objective. Despite its cancellation, Project A119 remains a controversial part of Cold War history. Many people still debate the morality and ethics of using nuclear weapons in space, and the potential consequences of such actions on the environment and human life. A chilling piece of CCTV footage has been making the rounds on social media, leaving netizens puzzled about the intriguing sighting. Watch what happens. The video, which was shared to TikTok by user Terra S Nocturnos, appears to show a shopping trolley moving all by itself. Stranger still, on closer inspection, it looks like it moves through the parked vehicle on the right. While some viewers find this detail creepy, others think it could be evidence that the whole thing is CGI and that the trolley's been put in digitally. The footage has left many questioning whether it's a hoax or an authentic paranormal encounter. Ultimately though, I'll throw this one out to you, the viewers, for final judgment. A truly mysterious photograph's been circulating on social media, leaving many people scratching their heads as to what exactly they're seeing. The image, taken in Chattanooga, Tennessee by Reddit user Droob1072, appears to show a person standing on the edge of a fence. If you zoom in and sharpen the image, you can make out a strange grey figure. Commenters have speculated it could be a woman in Victorian-era clothing. Some said a nurse or a housemaid with her hands neatly clasped around her chest. The photo was taken while the OP was attempting to capture the funny, smiling, pareidolia face on the tree's trunk in the foreground. Allegedly, they couldn't see the grey figure in the background at the time the photo was taken. The property where the photo was taken is said to have a rich history. During the Civil War, the area was used as a base of operations, with some soldiers losing their lives in fierce combat. According to the Post, the photographer spoke to a woman who had lived in the house for a long time, and she confirmed that it had been used during the Civil War era. This piece of information has only fueled speculation about the origins of the figure. Could it be a Civil War nurse still lingering on the property long after the conflict ended? While some people have suggested that the image could just be a bird, paranormal investigators have played down this possibility, arguing that the bird would have to be human-sized to create such an impression. The fact too that the figure in the image appears to be dressed in period clothing only adds to the intrigue. Many people have weighed in with their opinions, but ultimately the photograph remains unexplained. The idea of a ghostly presence lingering in a place with such a rich and tragic history is certainly intriguing. Whether or not the image shows something paranormal, however, remains a topic of hot debate.
Give me your butt. Give me your butt.
That was some scary stories. That was some scary stories. It was some scary looking pictures. Yeah, Miss Jean, I know it's scary, child. It's scary. I was actually looking up that one thing they were talking about, the creepy, mysterious Louisiana legend of the Devil's Toy Box. And it says, where is the Devil's Toy Box? Exactly where in North Louisiana the Devil's Toy Box is located is hard to pin down. One article I read says it's about 3 hours from New Orleans. That could locate it somewhere around Alexandria. The legend says the cabin is on Farmer's Graves Haunted Orchard. A quick Google search shows that the orchard to be in Leesville. And from what I can find out, the Devil's Toy Box was built in 2014 as a part of a Halloween attraction on the orchard. After people started to be hospitalized as a result of going into the shack, the entire Halloween attraction was closed. The attraction was called Farmer's Graves Haunted Orchard, and in years past it had been every bit as thrilling as the name suggested, which is to say, not very. So for Halloween 2014, the owners decided to spice things up by building several new interactive installations, of which included a windowless shack called the Devil's Toy Box. This shack housed a small room composed of large wall-sized mirrors. They say the longest anyone has ever been able to stay inside the Devil's Toy Box was 4 minutes and 37 seconds, according to the timer that was set up on the inside. Or was it the inside of it? The person who set the record inside of the Devil's Toy Box, according to ThoughtCatalog.com, was Roger Heltz, age 52 and a father of 3. Legend has it that he hasn't spoken since the Devil's Toy Box experience. Other reports say people suffered heart attacks and bouts of insanity. Numerous people reported had to be physically removed from the room, kicking and screaming. Have you ever heard of the Devil's Toy Box? Below is a video found on YouTube on what it would look like inside the Devil's Toy Box. Just looking at the video instantly makes my head hurt. I can't imagine sitting in one of these things. So basically it's a room full of mirrors, I suppose. I mean, I suppose it could drive you insane if you're just, sitting there for a very long time, but I don't know. I don't know if I, believe the Devil's Toy Box story. Let's see if they have any. I will say I like that website that I just found, though, about that. That was pretty cool. Okay, let me look and show y'all about the Devil's Toy Box. It was a viral video that went live or something. There's video on this page right here that shows about it. Why is that so little? I don't know. Let me see if I can. I can't. It's weird that if I showed y'all what I'm looking at right now, like I'm having a spooky moment with my damn with my StreamYard right now. Hold on. It's weird for some reason. Hold on. It just made me big. I can't. I don't know why. I don't know why it's doing that, but it's weird, y'all. It's weird. You should see what I'm looking at. Like, weird. Weird. Okay, let's go watch this thing. Let's go scroll down.
Hi, I'm Blair, and this is the Digital Campfire. Just outside of New Orleans is the rural town of Leesville, which is home to the Devil's Toy Box. It was built, innocently enough, to be a Halloween attraction at the now defunct Farmer Graves Haunted Orchard, where guests would enter a shack in the middle of a field to find a single room made entirely of mirrors with a timer inside. Guests reported hearing strange voices, an incredible feeling of dread, and even seeing grotesque figures darting back and forth between the infinite reflections. Most who entered only lasted a few short moments, but in 2014, Roger Heltz lasted the longest of anyone at 4 minutes and 37 seconds. No one will know what he actually saw that day, but his family claims he has never spoken a word since.
Ooh. They say he ain't spoke a word since. Don't worry, it's just fiction. The legend gained popularity due to a short story posted on our website, Thought Catalogs in 2015. The story was written by Joel Farley, or Farrelly, and is presented as if a true story. Not unlike many internet creepypastas, such as the viral Slenderman story, which eventually resulted in the stabbing of a child. Fairly even nods to the idea the Devil's Toy Box existed as an urban legend before the creation of his once again fictional Louisiana horror house. The details are intriguing. No one can stand in a room of mirrors for more than a few seconds without going insane, and the man who held the record of only a few minutes was reduced to mute catatonia afterwards. The story details the writer's own encounter with the room, filled with the kind of in-depth dialogue that should be a reader's red flag that this tale is a creative invention. Due to the nature of the way the internet story spread, many people who have heard of this haunted house have gone out looking for it, despite the writer's careful, confusing directions and false locations. But the idea has the basis in reality. Many people report altered perceptions when enclosed in rooms, which mess with their senses, whether that is in halls of mirrors, soundproof studios, or sensory deprivation tanks. Now, it is true, I will say this, that sensory deprivation has caused a lot of problems for people who have tried to do it. You know what I'm saying? Over the years. And, you know, that's always been a thing. So that's not anything different. There have been many studies done on that will drive a human insane. Believe it or not, being in a completely soundproof room for long periods of time is not good. That may be why so many damn people who do music and stuff, if they're in the soundproof booth entirely too long, may be crazy as hell. Never know. You never know. But I do hope that you all have the best Halloween today that you could possibly have, and y'all have the best day in general. I want everybody to have a great day, a great Halloween. Have fun with your families. You know, love up one another and all that good, lovely stuff. I'm actually fixing to go play me a little bit of Resident Evil because it's one of my favorite scary, you know, one of my favorite video games of all times. It and Silent Hill. I love them both very, 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 very much. And right now, I am trying to um, see who is live so I can tell y'all. Um, okay. I'm trying to see who's live. Hold on just a minute. Okay, and let me see who's live so I can tell y'all and see if there's anybody I can redirect to or not. So we have YouTube cameras, which I cannot redirect. I've tried. We have, oh, well, it says that. Let me see because refresh because sometimes it'll lie to me on who's live. No, she's not. So yeah, it did lie to me. Nest No Mess is live, and they're having their thing for the meetup. Court TV is live. Miss Tracy is live. Ken Nola News is live. Destined to Recover is live. Queen Tulsa Show is live. Justice Reacts. Discretion TV. Miss Dobie Milton. Solid Sunny. Grown Folks TV is live. Let me see what's going on with Miss Tracy. Well, your phone was searching for some reason. And maybe internet. You never know. You never know. I was just trying to see who is live. So, um, you know, let's see. So that, everybody have a good old time with people and see what's going on. So I'm just seeing what's going on the YouTube streets and whatnot. All right. Let me go over here to my YouTube studio and see if I can. Let me see who I can set up for a redirect. That's what I'm trying to do, y'all. If y'all wondering, I'm trying to see who's live so I can set up my redirect. Introduce y'all to some new people, whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Let's go over here to community. Content. Let me go over here right quick. Go to content, live. Let's go to customization tab. I cannot redirect her. She has that turned off. So I guess I'll just. I see that we have an upcoming for Miss Just Read My Book, but I don't know when that. It's starting at 2:30 p.m. and I'll be way off before then. So I guess nobody's live right now. What up, Watcher? Hey, Twistar, happy Halloween. I don't know what's going on. Ain't nobody live right now. I was going to redirect to somebody, but Ain't nobody live right now that I can redirect to. Well, they're live, but they have their redirect turned off, so I can't do it. I was like, oh, I really want to redirect somebody, you know, do something nice or something. That would be very nice to be able to redirect somebody, but ain't nobody ever live during the daytime but me. And some of the people who do, they don't have their redirects turned on where I can do that. Because that's pretty cool when you get to do that, you know, like support another content creator like that, in my opinion. I may not have like millions of viewers, but I don't care. I'm shout out to my 10, shout out to my amazing people that show up here every damn day, to my bushwatchers and my replay game, because y'all are an amazing set of human beings, and y'all could be anywhere, but y'all always decide to be with me, and I just want to thank y'all. I appreciate y'all. I could be sitting here talking to my damn self. Now, Mr. Eric Foss does have a live set up for 2:30 p.m. today. So he'll probably be the next one going live. And then we have quite a few lives after that. So, you know, I don't know if anybody else is going to go live today or whatnot, but child, I'm tired today. I ain't been able to sleep well, but it is what it is. My insomnia is acting up again. I may need to find my sleep meds and knock myself out, but I obviously don't want to do that on Halloween night, so I'll probably do it at another night. Probably Saturday or Sunday. You know what I'm saying? But I just want to tell y'all all that I love you all very, 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 very much. And I want to thank Mr. Jim Coddington again for the gifted membership. I want to thank everybody who hits the cash out, sends me love in any way, shape, or form, hits the like button, just in here chilling with me. You know what I'm saying? I just want you to know you're appreciated. Anybody that joins membership. I am going to be starting to do the members only lives. I'm thinking about doing them Sunday nights or Sunday afternoons, because Sunday morning now, y'all know I'm busy. During the week after I do my 2 to 3 hour live that I do every day, I get busy and doing stuff. And sometimes I get tired, you know what I'm saying? So I need naps and shit. Then I'm trying to support other people. So I was thinking Sunday because, you know, like midday sometime after D&D or whatnot, even though I'll probably be tired of, because like I do D&D from 9 o'clock to 2 o'clock in the afternoon. So sometimes I'm real tired. But I was thinking about start doing it then, because Saturday's hubby day, or Friday, something like that, or Monday afternoon or something. I have to figure out the day. I gotta get on the ball and figure out the day to do that. I got to do that. I want to thank all y'all who have gotten a membership and support me, and I am going to start putting some of my older lives on membership, especially the one where we did the thing where we made fun of people's pictures. That one's going to be switched over to the membership tier. So if you wanted to watch it, you'd have to be a member or whatnot to rewatch the old live to get a funny laugh. That one will be done that way. I may start doing that with certain lives if we read a bitch for filth, just for protectionary purposes or whatnot. But I just want to say that I love you all. I want to thank you all for being here. I want to redirect somebody, but they don't have their redirect set up, the ones that I do. So, yeah, they just don't have redirect set up. But I love y'all so much. Huggies. I'll see y'all on the streets. Please wash your ass, wash your face, brush your teeth. We don't need you walking around here with halitosis breath. And preferably when you wash your ass or wash your face, don't do it with the same rag and walk around this bitch with ass face. We don't need you walking around here with ass face. And please, sweet baby Jesus, remember that deodorant is a thing and that cologne does not go over the funk. So take care of the deodorant. You need the DO for the BO. Please make sure that you wash your ass real good. We don't need you walk around here with shit stains in your drawers. Wipe until it stays white, okay? Wipe until it stays white. If you wipe and it's still brown, you need to continue to wipe, okay? I guess your mom and daddy didn't teach you well enough. And I just want to say I love you all and have the blessed best day. Huggies, D-Ham. You came in right at the end, baby. Love you though. And I hope y'all have the best day possible. Happy Halloween. Tainted, before I leave, are you doing your the tale tonight? Are you doing your live, sweetheart? The one with the paranormal story? Because I want to be able to tell people if you are, so they can put on their notifications or whatnot. Are you going to be able to do that, or because I just want to make sure? I know you had to reschedule because of emergency. Okay, so later tonight, our beautiful Tainted is going to be doing extreme paranormal story tonight, and I want y'all to know about it. Also, my friend Jay Dunn is doing a scary, spooky story night, and then Lady Nika's doing her Halloween contest tonight, and we have Fumble Friday tonight, and I'm trying to make sure I put everybody in there that's doing something tonight. I don't want to leave nobody out and all that stuff, so that y'all know where to go. Also, Mr. Stand-Up Guy, Michael Sacho, is doing a Halloween special on his channel. I'm trying to make sure everybody's put in there. You know what I'm saying? So y'all know where to go, where to look at tonight. So if you're beef sector, we have our beautiful Lady Nika's doing a Halloween contest, and money's going to be on the line. Big pot, big money. If you want to win some money, you'll go over to Lady Nika, LadyNyca, Lady Nika, Halloween competition. Then we have Jay Dunn or Dundada. You'll see all these shared on my page when it happens tonight. Dundada is doing a scary story night before the Halloween competition. Tainted is doing her live tonight. Y'all see that shared on my wall. Mr. Michael Sancho is doing his. Mr. Fumble is doing his Fumble Friday like he always does, so he will be shared out. Y'all will see it all on my community page, depending on where you want to go. So just keep an eye on the community page as things come up. Mr. Eric Foss is doing his live today at 2:30, I believe. Let me make sure, 2:30 Central Standard Time, because I'm Central Standard, so you know. Let me check. He has it set up. Yes, he's doing it at 2:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, which would be 3:30 p.m. for my Eastern Standard Time, folks. 1:30 p.m. for my Great Mountain Time, and 12:30 p.m. for my Pacific Standard Time people. Okay, and I'm just going to try to make sure that I may be in 4 different places at once, child, but I'm going to try to be everywhere. And I'm going to share everybody out, make sure everybody gets the love and all that. And y'all have a blessed and beautiful Halloween. I hope that y'all have some good times tonight with the kids, grandkids, so on and so forth, or just watching some scary stories or scary movies, you know. And just want to send y'all all the love in the world. I will see y'all later on these streets. I love you, my angels. Hey, you.
I'm from the TUPELO. I'm repping my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm repping my hood to the day that I go from the TUPELO. I'm repping my hood, so love I'm gon' show from the TUPELO. I'm ripping my hood to the day that I go.
I'm from the west side, we don't need no introduction, this was the best ride. We all big boy rolling and holding, come take a test drive. Hilldale, Evergreen, Glenkirk, Outer Street, bending every corner on the west, and that's where I'll be. Sunroof back, Captain C banging down 1800, chunking up the deuce to my post slanging down on 1800. Show no love to the ladies that's training around on 1800, making time stand still, crystalline swinging down on 1800. Watching out for them knuckleheads that be stanging around on 1800. Big rims and low pros be blanging around on 1800. Better completely change the way you're thinking about around 1800. Really hate to see you boys get left slanking around 1800. Out of street got some history, just let Captain C lay it out. If I don't finish it all on this one, let the second verse break it out. Remember the blue were promising OG standing back there by 60 deep. Bull walking, saw blue a big Anthony Hughes and P.
I'm from the TUPELO. ELO. I'm ripping my